Hello, can you guys hear me? I'm having some issues, of course, with my sound as usual. It wouldn't be alive if I didn't have issues with my sound starting out. Are you guys able to hear me? Just a second. Yay, I have sound. So you guys know it wouldn't be me if I didn't have some sound issues or, yeah. Anyways, so good to see you guys. It's been a little bit. I hope everyone's been doing well. See a lot of familiar faces and some that I haven't seen for a while. Noni of Seven, it's good to see you. Sluggy, good to see you. Checking. Keep climbing 23. That's a new one, but it's good to see you. Michelle, look at you, girl. Done went for an hour and over here. Okay, so hey, Tammy, it's been a while. I see you in groups on Facebook every now and then, but yes, it's been a while. It's good to see you. Um, Today, I just decided to come live to talk about the partial skeletal remains that they found in Virginia. So, have you guys heard about this? It is, they say that it's a 4 to 7 year old child, I think. It's in Carroll County, Virginia. I know you're instantly thinking of probably 6 kids right now, guys, but I've looked at them all, and this has to be a child that more than likely passed away at a minimum 5 years ago. So that knocks a lot of our recent cases out. So I just wanted to start there before, you know, we get into looking at this because in the beginning I was so, when I seen this, I was like, oh wow, it could be Summer, it could be Cody, it could be, this one, that one. I was Harmony. All of them was in my mind. And exactly, yeah. I think it is a child that they didn't report. If you go look on NamUs and stuff, nothing really finds that, so or nothing matches it. But again, I don't know how exact the forensics are when they're talking about, time elapsed since death and all of that. I'm not sure how that goes. Before I forget, guys, trigger warning. I'm really bad at censoring myself, and we're speaking about, you know, skeletal remains that were found of a child. So I understand that things and words that will come up may trigger some of you. Not everybody can handle it. So if it's not your thing, I love you. And I will talk to you next time I have something more cheerful to talk about. But today, yeah, there's going to be some words that's not going to be nice. Anytime we're talking about skeletal remains of a child, those are all those words are just going to feel bad when we say them. Um, a second here. Let me see, did that come up? Okay, so on September 6th, the Carroll County Sheriff's Office went to the Iron Ridge area of Carroll County because, someone had thought they had found human remains. And sure enough, it was. They sent this off to be tested. And once they did, they found that this child was most likely 4 to 7 years old at the time they passed. They could not determine the gender. They were unable to determine a hair color or eye color or race. They were able to determine that they believe that the postmortem indicator for this child is 5 years. That's the time elapsed since death. Um, the remains are partial. I haven't seen exactly, there's no details as to what remains were found. So it's not a complete child. I'm sure that's standing in the way of identifying it a lot. But some details that did stick out to me that I really feel like the media should be blasting right now is, there it was found in a trash can, um, wrapped in a blue sleeping bag, a blue-gray sleeping bag, and a purple and yellow, or sorry, a pink and yellow Winnie the Pooh blanket. Now, when I zoomed into this blanket and got to looking around in Facebook groups, it looks like this blanket was sold in Walmart around the year of 2009 or so. It looked like a lot of moms were saying, "Oh, I got that for my baby that was born," and it was in 2009, but it was one of the tie your own blanket kits. And then there was also a piece of pink and yellow material found near the remains, and they were able to recover a few hairs, and these hairs were 1 to 2 inches long, described as straight, but they weren't able to determine what color. Um, so again, remains there at a minimum of 5 years. I'm sure a few hairs that weren't attached to a scalp probably didn't hold any color. Um, but that's kind of what is out about this, guys. That's it. Has anybody heard of Noni? I don't know if it's a recent dump or not. It's partial skeletal remains, so I would think. I mean, what I've been looking into it, and what I feel has happened is it's probably a child that was discarded some time ago, and um, it's been scattered. The weather, there's animals in that area, so I think that's probably why there was partial remains. But yeah, no, not in a barrel. It actually said a trash can. I'm trying to. Well, I can't share my Facebook with you all, anyways. But the post on Facebook had stated that it was a trash can, the blue-gray sleeping bag, and the pink and yellow Winnie the Pooh blanket. Um, and my thumbnail is the actual picture of the sleeping bag and the Winnie the Pooh blanket that was found with it. Okay, checking. So I know that you read about a lot of the forensic sides of this. We've talked about it before. So with them finding partial skeletal remains, how exact is the science on telling us that this is a 4 to 7 year old child who's passed 5 years ago? I mean, do you know if there's a range in there? Because I've been looking high and low and reading into this, and guys, it's some complicated stuff. I just don't, honestly, I don't understand it. And then, I mean, I know with the missing children, they have their DNA on file, right? Because they have their parents. So, I mean, I'm sure that they've already checked, you know, possible ones. One that I was looking into last night that I don't know how slipped my mind, but I'd fell asleep before I ruled him out was Joe Clyde Daniels, guys. They have not found him yet. And I remember in a Facebook group, because that's where I stay mostly these days, reading that another, Facebooker didn't think it was Joe Clyde, but I forget why they said that. And so I decided to start digging into that last night and fell asleep. And I don't quite remember. I know if it was at least 5 years ago, that fits about right with Joe Clyde, correct? Sounds like they don't have the femur bone. Hmm. Does that determine sex or gender? Does that, I don't know. And guys, I'm trying to keep up with comments. I've just not done this in a while, and I was never very good at it to begin with. So, having trouble navigating here in between the screens to make sure I'm not showing you all my whole entire life here. But okay, so have you all heard about this? Right, Sluggy. I bet they have checked them. But how do they do that is my thing. That's what I've been trying to look into, and there's not a, you would think you could just Google that and it would pop up, but there's not a lot of information telling us how they go through these processes. But I mean, yeah, they've got Joe Clyde's people locked up, and I'm sure they have DNA for all the missing children, Cody Bigsby and all of them. I'm sure they've tested it all. Pelvic bone is for gender. So, um, with Michelle saying that they probably didn't find a femur bone, I must have missed why she said that. I'm not very familiar with the forensic sides of it. I just can't believe that there isn't been a press conference or something held that's been broadcast about this, because this is a entire child that they're saying probably passed 5 years ago, guys. Okay, that's pretty recent. We're not saying, oh, we found um, partial remains of a child who passed approximately 50 years ago. This is like, this was just 5 years ago. This could be solved, I would think, with enough media attention, given that they found articles close to it like that. And Tammy, yes, they can. However, these remains were what they would typically describe as dry bones, meaning that, they're dried out. So these remains at this time, after so long, a lot of that is lost. They can still do testing, but not as much. They can't tell, like, if they were more recent remains, they could test the bone marrow and things for drugs or something, maybe determine a cause of death, just little things like that. But where they're dry bones, I guess it limits the forensics a little more on this. Oh, got you. So that's why they're approximating the 4 to 7, because I thought, that 4 to 7 years old, that's a big age gap for a child. I mean, I know my 4-year-olds compared to themselves when they're 7. That's a big size difference. So, and I would say where they can't determine gender, that's kind of hard to determine the age as well, because I'm sure. Right. I just know where this is in Carroll County, Virginia. They're not going to have the I mean, they might checking. I don't know. They might. I just know when I talked to my local law enforcement about this and kind of asking them, because I don't understand things about human remains. And I was Googling myself to pieces. So I just went ahead and, reached out to one of my buddies to get them to kind of dumb it down and explain it to me. So, I'm not searching on Google for all the twisted things in the world. And that's when he told me about those would be what they considered dry bones, and that dry bones does limited investigation. Right. I think where it's partial, that's probably what's really holding them up. But hopefully, and I've looked and looked, if you guys hear of any updates on this, please let me know, because I'm out there looking for them. I would hope that they're having some kind of search go on in this area, because if they found partial remains, maybe they just got scattered with the weather and things and the animals, and maybe they could find something. It can. So there is, let me pull it up here. Oh, let me pull it up really quick. There is an actual formula that they use to calculate the PMI, and one of the things that they use that, uh, sorry, I get sidetracked here. Let me type this in real quick. Okay, so when they're determining the PMI, they do take into account the weather conditions during that time, the temperature, how they were disposed of, cause of death, manner of death, all of that stuff. They take all of it into account. So even though I feel like it could be a child that was missing for 3 years because we've had a lot of, or Virginia's had a lot of heat and rain, they've had some bad weather. And I guess they always do, kind of, though. But, anyways, just I feel like it can't be that exact, that it has to be that 5 years. So I've been keeping my mind open when I'm out there looking. But everything I've read has said that they take it into account. So, guys, I mean, the 5 years is probably, I would think, pretty spot on because, like Checking said, DNA's come a long ways. Trying to pull up that, but I can't find the formula again. It's 3 or 4 different things, but they have a way they plug it into there and determine it. Someone that's way smarter than me. So, is there anyone in chat who's following Joe Claude Daniels or who had followed that case? Right, and depending on, that area, or I guess the law enforcement office that does it, it can take a while for stuff like that to come back, is what I read. Um, which I know this was found in September 6th, and I really feel like any kind of results should be back by now. But, something that a friend of mine did remind me is that a lot of these smaller counties and things, they don't have the funding for this testing. So a lot of their evidence goes on a shelf. And as funding becomes available, they will test it. So I'm thinking that maybe that could be the case with this. I don't know. What do you guys think? I would think that an active missing child investigation or a crime of that sort, where they, have people, something going on at that moment, would take precedence over partial remains that were found. I know they're important too. I'm just saying, I know how police departments can get and things of that nature. So they reminded me of that, and that makes sense to me. So this is very well something that just may take time. I know, like, there is some reason that he didn't fit, but for the life of me, I can't find it now. And now it really has me wondering. The one detail that I can't find, and this is why I was asking if anybody was following Joe Claude Daniels. Okay. I can't find how long his hair was. There is something about them finding those. I know it's just a few hairs and they weren't even attached to a scalp, but the 1 to 2 inch hairs, they stood out to me, and I really would like to know how long his hair was. But let me pull up his exact dates. You guys know how it is. We follow these cases and I forget the details. So I would hate to say that he went missing in 2017. I would hate to say that, but let's see really quick. Okay, so he went missing in 2018. So that actually, this child, so 5 years PMI, this child would have passed away end of 2017, beginning of 2018. So that's one reason that he stuck out to me, is he fit that time frame well. That's really, I don't know. The lady had a good point. I wish I could remember it now. I was hoping when I brought it up, one of you all would be able to say, haha, this is why not. But just a second. Sorry, guys. Got sidetracked there for a second. Yes, the more the merrier. You were speaking to a fellow lurker right here. Guys, I know I ain't been going live and doing much over here on the channel, but I've been out there lurking still. That's what I do. Oh, wow. Yeah, Virginia has a lot of missing. Like, guys, just go Google it and start going through their missing. It'll take you a while to go through all of them. It is crazy to me how little we hear, or how little I hear that comes out of Virginia. I don't hear much that comes out of Virginia, but there is lots. I mean, somebody could start a YouTube channel just about the state of Virginia's missing and have plenty of content. Oh, you're good, Noni. Oh, yes. And what news will that be? I always be lurking. I'm too nosy for my own good sometimes. That's amazing. That is amazing. Yeah, Alabama is another one that come up to me. Florida, it's all of them. It's all the states, guys. All the states. Yeah, Noni, spill that tea. Oh, does she? I'll have to go over there and check it out. Yeah, I was looking through, well, ever since I seen the post about the missing, or about the partial remains here that we're talking about, I started looking at the missing in Virginia. Um, and then when I moved to Tennessee, the next state I was going to look into, I immediately realized that Virginia had a ton more missing to go through, to look through, than Tennessee's list did, and that kind of floored me, you know? I'll have to look that up, Tammy. I've Rockingham County, North Carolina. Hmm, it's crazy. Awesome, Noni. We can't wait to hear. As long as everyone's safe, that's what's most important. We can be patient. We might moan and groan about it a little bit, but we'll be patient and wait. Okay, guys. Well, y'all, I think Sluggy will be going live tonight. Is that correct? And I think she's going to be going over Athena, her court docs that's came out. And yeah, I won't touch on that anymore. Y'all can go over and catch that on Sluggies. My heart can't take it. That one is a tearjerker, guys. I mean, what this baby had to endure on Christmas, it was just too much. Uh, but yeah, definitely check out her tonight, because she will be covering Athena, and then I think she will also be covering Madalena Kojakari. Michelle is going live at 8. Let me see if I can. Can you guys drop your links in here? Let me see if I can. I know Sluggy. Sluggy, are you blue? Let me see here. Yeah, Sluggy's blue. Let me see if I can make you blue, Michelle. You guys go ahead and drop your links to the live. Um, has everybody been able to look into Madalena Kojakari? If not, you really, really, really need to go to Facebook and check out Sluggy's group. Give me just a, I can't find it right now while I'm on here. Sluggy, if you have the link to your Facebook group for Madalena, you can drop it. If not, I'll put it in the description after the live's over. But it's simply, where is Madalena Kochikari? And y'all, she's been doing a lot of good things in that group, but Madalena's case is at a standstill because they've sealed up the documents. Nothing new's coming out. Locals are getting impatient. The internet's getting impatient. Sometimes it's a crap show, but what we need to do is we need everyone to share Madalena Kojakari's information out so that we're able to get some good, positive attention on her case. Madalena is still out there somewhere. Um, and that's just, we want to make sure that we're still keeping hope for Madalena. Thank you, checking, honey. Have a good day. Thanks, Sluggy. Yeah, so if you've not heard of Madalena, you can click on that Facebook link and it'll take you to Sluggy's Facebook group. She's doing amazing things over there. They just fed all the shifts at the Cornelius Police Department last Friday. That video's over there. I think Michelle has one on her channel as well. But they're doing amazing things in there. And so, yeah. I didn't hear that, Noni. I did not hear that she was with another caregiver. Athena Sluggy's case, she's been on that one pretty deep. I didn't, I'll be honest with you guys, I can only handle about one case where I feel like a child's not going to come home alive and well at a time. So right now, where I've been pretty deep sleuthing into Madalena Kojakari, it's not looking really well for Madalena's safety right now. So where I've been digging in that, when Athena come along and I seen that it didn't look good, um, outside of just sharing stuff, I left it alone and didn't dig and sleuth too much because, yeah, as everyone can see, just like I anticipated, it was a heartbreaking one. It is heartbreaking. It's just too much. It's too much what that baby had to go through. It's too much what all these babies had to go through. Well, okay, guys, that's about all the information that I have on the remains. Joe Claude Daniels is the child that Fitz, that's close by missing. I feel like Fitz. If anybody thinks of a reason why he doesn't, please leave it in the comments or put it in the chat right now. I would uh, I would love to mark another one off the list. And if anybody knows who to contact besides the Carroll County Police Department to see if they have done DNA testing on these remains, let me know that as well because I have sent the police department an email reaching out to them for more information. So outside of that, I don't know what more I can do, but if anybody knows of anything, let me know. No clue, Tammy. Madalena's one that's got us scratching our head. I think we all have our own theories. If you all are in the group, Sluggy has a chat, and we're able to be a little bit more open because it's not right in everyone's face. So we're able to speculate a little bit within reason. And I think we all have our theories on what happened to Madalena. But honestly, I find myself switching all the time. The only thing I do know is that her mother failed her horribly, and she is exactly where she needs to be in jail. And her stepfather, too. Hmm. Oh, that's so sad. That happens more than we would like to think. More than we would like to think. Okay, guys. Well, like I said, that's all I have on these remains until, something else breaks. Um, ooh, yeah. I see when you say that I can probably do that, I probably can, but I have no idea how to do it, Michelle. But I will look into, I'll Google it and see. Is that a whole request in itself? Because I thought the FOIA stuff was like I could reach out and get body cams and just public documents. I thought that was just you had to request them separately. But yeah, there's no reason that should be sealed, I wouldn't think, or anything, so I should be able to request something on it. Hopefully, the police department gets back to me. Cornelius Police Department, when they got back to me, they were really nice, letting me know North Carolina's laws on body cams. So that was a good bit of information to have. So heads up, anytime you're doing a case in North Carolina, if it is a criminal case, everything is not public information like you would think. The body cam footage, none of nothing that could be used in the investigation. So yeah, heads up on if any of you ever run into that. Right. Okay, I'm gonna drop the link in chat. Please, nobody crazy, grab it. Um, Girly Q, Miss Deanna, all y'all, when y'all grab it, it's just gonna get ugly. Let's not do it. But if anybody would like to grab it and come up here and chat for a second, you're more than welcome to. I just don't have anything more on the skeletal remains because there is such little information on who that child could be or on the description of the child. So no, no, they're a very private state. It was odd. I think the last state I requested documents from was either Kentucky or Arizona. So very, very easy stuff. So when that came back at me with that, I had to Google it to see if that was legal. And it is. It is. States can do that. They can choose that. So yeah, it's the first time I'd ran into it. Yeah, we miss you, honey. We miss you. Ah, we're just a little bit mean, guys. We're not even mean though. Any of you all that have Facebook true crime groups, yeah, you got to look out for that girly Q chick, Miss Deanna Wilson, Don Tim. She's another one, and Tim is Timn. That's the name of the profiles. So yeah, just look out for them because they go around spreading misinformation, and when you try to correct them, they'll run you down in other places and kind of try to give you a hard time and spread more misinformation. So yeah, I don't want anybody getting their groups messed up with them. But sorry guys, I had to step out of the room for a minute. We're not mean. We just speak up for ourselves. That's right. We're not even mean, Sluggy. We just speak up for ourselves and we don't care to tell somebody. We teach people how to treat us and we're not going to let people treat us poorly. It does. Yeah, missing and true crime definitely go hand in hand. So I've always been a true crime fan. Of course, like watching documentaries and stuff. But once Summer went missing, that's when I realized there was a whole other side to true crime I had no idea on YouTube. And I guess because of Summer's case, I got stuck in the missing community, and I don't mean stuck in a bad way. I mean, just those are always the cases I'm drawn to because they're always the one getting the shit into the stick in this community. I mean, honestly, if somebody's not making a mockery out of it, nobody wants to share the information or get it any attention, is the way I feel most of the time. So I don't know. I guess that's why I'm drawn to the missing. That baby's just a little sick right now. Just a little sick. We're hoping that he doesn't have the word that I'm not going to speak it and jinx us with, but we're hoping he doesn't have that. But yeah, my baby's not felt very well this morning. In better news, I've been able to scale back at my 9 to 5 job quite a bit. It's no longer a 9 to 5. It's a work on the weekend when I want to. So, since I've been doing that this week, I can see where some time's going to open up where I can start advocating a little bit more than I have been in recent months, and hopefully get more active on the channel. So I'm going to try and hold myself to a goal of going live once a week. Uh, I feel like that's a good one to shoot for. Yes, Allie. Sorry, I haven't even addressed you this whole time. I'm so sorry. I don't see all my comments in StreamYard. I apologize. Look at me being rude on here. Oh, we can't wait either, Noni. Yes, Summer Wells 1-800 TBI Fund. Of course, and that's the way we like it. We like being stuck, and you kind of did what I did. You came into true crime. You found true crime on YouTube during kind of a crazy case. Now, Madalena's case has gotten nowhere to the level that Summer Wells was at one point, but you can see like the crazy. But you're hooked now. Like you won't ever go back. Like Sluggy told you, it's over. Like just once you make a fake name, it's over. Oh, that just still cracks me up. My husband got so tickled over that the other night. Because, yeah, just like Sluggy said, guys, once you get that fake name, it's over. You're in it, right? Now you're attached. Yes, absolutely. But guys, I really don't have anything else. And like I said, I'm going to try to do a weekly live. Hopefully, they'll get better as I get more practice in, of course. And yeah, me either, Michelle. See, but after Deanna Wilson, Girly Q, and Don Timms sharing my profile picture, a screenshot of my profile picture from Facebook that has me and my daughter in it, and now it's forever on the internet, it makes me really think that I may make a sock Facebook account and kind of, if you know me now, you know me, but if not, she's going to go away kind of thing because, yeah, that's got a little weird for me. Got a little weird for me. I had every intention when I started going live again to be on camera too, and now I just, you know, not so much, not so much. Oh, I'm sorry. Did I ruin that one for you? The myth, the legend, the Sluggy is in fact not really named Sluggy. But you know what? It is her spirit animal. I will tell you what, it's definitely her spirit animal. Sluggy Sleuth for sure. For sure. Oh, Lord. Wanted people. I know. I don't even know what I did. I blocked somebody on Facebook. I mean, I didn't know I didn't know. I didn't know. What can I say? I didn't know I wasn't supposed to block someone that was trying to say a whole kid was another whole kid that wasn't even in the same location where the other kid was found, you know. Oh, Lord. Well, if you just give them a first name, though, that's still kind of, Michelle, you done outed it all, Michelle Sutton. I guess I do on Facebook. YouTube, not so much. YouTube's a different beast, though, guys. YouTube's a different beast. Whew. YouTube's really took it out of me before. Took me a minute to get the wind back in me. But anyways, yeah, guys, I am so glad you stopped by. Please, 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 I will put the NamUs link to this unidentified child. I'll put it in the description. It's also should be all over missing Facebook groups by now. I think I went and plastered it everywhere. But anywho, go check it out. Share it on your page. Even if you're not from the Virginia area, share this because, people drive across country to dispose of a body. So there's no distance that maxes out on that. So share it everywhere, no matter where you are. Also, be on the lookout when you're looking through these missing cases or people looking for children who have a gray blue sleeping bag or a pink and yellow Winnie the Pooh tie blanket that may be associated with the missing child. Because I feel like something like that is what's going to be helpful for them to break this. Right. Mm. Yeah. Yeah. Definitely the next case we're going to have to be on, guys. Yeah, it doesn't. Yeah. And this one especially, let me see. Oh, I don't have the Google map up that I was looking at a while ago. Do I? Yeah, but it's in an out of the way area, but it's a historical town, so definitely it could be from anywhere. It's something they could find on the map. Oh my gosh. That is horrible, Sluggy. It's so funny though because my 9 to 5 where I work, everybody there, we've got a couple single girls, and one of them went on a date in a remote area the other night with a man she didn't know and didn't let one of us know or give us her location. So, of course, me being me and reading into all these cases, I started telling her the horror stories of what can really happen and jumping on her for that. So, there was a big joke that day going around work about them telling me where birthmarks were and scars and all that great stuff so that yeah, I could do their missing poster. Yeah. Oh, Jesus, tell me about it. Tell me about it. That would be hilarious. We might have to if they don't stay quiet. I'm thinking they're really the kind once you say their name though they won't speak back because I mean you've seen how fast Dawn went silent. Once she was addressed, she just didn't ever respond. So yeah, weak people just trying to cause a fuss where they can, I guess. Yes, girl, yes. I would find you though. I would find you. I would find your car, and I don't even know what car you drive, but I would find that car, and then I would find you for sure. And I'm telling you all right now, if I go missing, the first one that lets Molly Go Lightly or some Bullhorn Betty a hold of my shit, y'all in trouble for real. I will get so mad, so mad. Sluggy, Michelle, Allie, y'all better be the ones. Y'all better be the ones to shut that shit down if it happens. Because, yeah, I'm from the sticks. We're not having that out here. No, they will get hurt out here. We can't do that. Yes, and my family does. We have a 3-letter code text that if anyone gets that, you know to call 911 and look at their location at that moment. That is your fill all SOS, save, oh, save. Come get me now. I need help. Nope, nowhere. Oh, Jesus. I'm not even going to ask you how you got that. Well, I'm not going to ask you on YouTube, but I'll be asking you later because I'm nosy like that. You don't want me sitting over here speculating on how you got a scar on your butt. Always. I know, it's a shame. It's a shame. I mean, one day we might be that coolie, but for today we won't be. See what I did there? Anyways, guys, I love you all. I'm gonna hop off here. And please, please share this out about the skeletal remains. I will see you guys in chat tonight over on Michelle and Sluggies. See you guys later. Bye.